Now, my thing is, I want to talk about, man, back in the day, it was a competition between us. You know what I mean? I mean, Chris Jericho. I was cool with Chris Jericho, but he wasn't a great friend of mine or anything because
No.
it was a competition, and I knew I might have to, I might have to wrestle Chris Jericho, and I knew I was going to want to go out and shine. I was going to want to make him shine, but we're vying for a position, as well as, I might, we might actually have beef, and we might get into a fight or something in the back, and I miss those days, you know what I mean, where guys actually had real, competition going out there and vying for that spot, and knowing that, man, it's testosterone going around. And do you see that anymore in this day and age?
I really don't as much. And let me just expand upon what you said. I always say, like, in WCW, for example, it was kind of a different world because it was a very much of a unrestful situation. And I remember, like, you and I were never really good friends, barely even talked, but where we really got along and where we really discovered our common bond was in the ring.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean? Starting on house shows and then working on TV. And maybe at first, like, maybe Booker said something that pisses me off, or maybe I said something that pisses you off. But in the ring, it's like, you know what? That guy, he's a little bit arrogant, but he's a pretty damn good worker, and we're having a great match together. And that's where, and you're right about that. Like, for example, Triple H and I, for years, didn't really like each other. But at the same time, we were having classic matches all the way to the point where we headlined WrestleMania together. Did we like each other at that point in time? No, I didn't like him at all.
Yeah.
And I know he didn't like me, but that tension created this drive to, you know what, this MRFer, I'm going to show him what's up. I'm going to show him who's better, and he can take it and shove it up his rear end. And I think a lot of times back in those days, Vince actually encouraged that because he knew you would get better performances in the ring. You know what I mean? And I think whether it's right or wrong, actually it is right because it doesn't matter. I mean, backstage, obviously we all want to get along and be friends. And as you get older, I remember with Triple H a couple of years ago, I was like, why did we not like each other again? What was it that we didn't like so much? You know what I mean? But when you're younger, that's all that matters. I'm going to show him, and I'm going to show the boss, I'm going to show the people who's better. And that just created magic in the ring, which I think there is a missing element of that because there's not as much at stake now. And I'm not saying this like, back in my day, but there's not as much at stake because there's guaranteed money. The company, it doesn't matter who's on top because it's the WWE or it's AEW where it's just the name itself. But in the past, you were fighting for that pay-per-view main event, which meant you would make more money because your guarantee was only, a fraction of what it is now.
Yeah.
So that does make a difference.